Hello, hi guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. Yes, you guessed that right. I am back with my speaking videos. If it's your first time here, welcome. I truly do hope that you enjoy your stay, your visit, and I truly do hope that you enjoy the content of this video, which convinces you enough to hit that subscribe button, which by the way is for free of charge. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much for showing me love by returning, by watching this video. I truly do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. So guys, I'm back with my talking videos, and today I really want to talk about something that really has been on my mind for quite a while, and I've had conversations with certain people, with few people there and there in my circles, except my conversations are going to be tuned in, mixed in, and combined with my makeup tutorials in a sense. So as I talk to you about whatever I'm talking about, which I'm sure you have some sort of idea from the title of the video, I'm going to be doing my makeup. I am wearing my my makeup tutorial videos attire, so just in case YouTube is not able to pick it up or you aren't able to pick it up, I am dressed, guys, with a vest that has spaghetti stripes. But I'm sure once I put my clips and take my hair back, you'll be able to see that. But I hope you guys are good. I hope you guys have really been good. It's been a hot minute since. Have we even spoken, guys? I think I need to. What do you guys think? I've never done a get to know me tag video, and I thought to myself, maybe I'll do one once I get to, or once I hit 1K subscribers. But I'm just like, I don't know if people sometimes feel like a disconnect when you don't know the person. For me, it's just, I've always thought that I don't have a big enough audience who would want to get to know me like that. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section down below. Let me get right into the video as I do my makeup, and I don't know how far I'm gonna get with this, but it is what it is, or it's gonna be what it's gonna be. What I want us to actually talk about today is our love-hate, our toxic relationship that we have as people, as consumers of content, our love-hate and our toxic relationship that we have towards unrelatable content, and our love-hate relationship that we have towards unattainable wealth. And don't get me wrong, people consume content for different reasons. There's some people who consume content that is unrelatable, unattainable, and that is kind of like the escape. There's some people that don't want to watch content that is relatable to them in terms of their lifestyle, because I don't know, maybe it might stress them, and they are just looking for an outlet, watching unrelatable content or content that is like of people who are on a way higher status than their own, is kind of their escape. For some other people, it's motivation for them, right? Motivation to want to do better, motivation to see how people are really pushing in life. But sometimes I'm just like, I was actually having a conversation. I actually commented on Sis Joey's on Joey. I don't know why I call her Sis Joey. I just feel like it's just a respectful way of calling her. But she goes by the name Unlearning with Joey, and I can't remember what she was talking about. But I left a comment, and I remember just saying to her that, oh, she was actually talking about, there was a time when on Twitter, on the X streets, people were coming for influencers and basically talking about how influencers like do one and the same thing and it's boring and all of that. And I'm just like, I am very much for constructive criticism, if I'm pronouncing it right. I'm very much for that. But if we're being realistic, guys, in the economy that we are living in, especially in South Africa, are we really expecting content creators to be like going out every day to come with fresh, or maybe fresh is not the right word, or to come with new content each and every week, going out, like spending money and all of that. Like, is that even realistic? Is it a realistic expectation? Because for me, I'm just like, once a person shares, for instance, a day in their life, they are sharing their normal or daily routine of how they do stuff, and chances are along the way I'm gonna see a repetition of that same type of content. But realistically speaking, the majority of our South African content creators are not going to be like our UK or our Hollywood or wherever type of content creators. To compare them is just, yeah, it's a stretch. So I feel like we are a bit hard on content creators, especially lifestyle content creators. We are a bit hard on them. So I was saying on her comment, yo guys, it's so difficult to do makeup while talking. And excuse me for my lighting again, guys, because the weather is quite gloomy. So I was saying, for you to consume your UK type of girls content and see them traveling and see them eating your lavish or your high end meals and all of these different things. I love their content, by the way. And then come back and watch South African content creators lifestyle content and expect that is a bit much, if you ask me, you know. And I feel like people at times say that they want relatable content, whereas at times I'm just like, do we really want relatable content if we are being quite honest? Excuse me for that, guys. Yeah, I live near the road or by the roadside. Do we truly want relatable content? Because according to me, the majority, and I'm not saying all, according to me, the majority is not looking for relatable content. Guys, the way my eyebrows is looking because I'm busy talking. But we'll fix it along the way. We'll fix it along the way. I genuinely feel like the majority of people who consume content are not looking for relatable content. And I'm not saying all. For instance, I don't follow people, I don't watch content based on who's trending, based on how many numbers you've got. For me, if you are interesting, if you have values that align with mine, if there's something I can draw from you, or I just like your personality, I will watch you. I will not force myself to watch content of a person just because they are trending or just because they are a hot topic at the moment. Like, that is just not me. But the reason why I'm saying that I feel like we have a love-hate relationship with unrelatable content, because a lot of people are like, no, people watch videos if they can relate with you and blah, 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 blah. But I'm just like, when you look at the numbers, guys, of people who are pushing content and who put out content of unattainable wealth, and I'm using the term unattainable wealth very loosely. I'm not saying that people will not get there, but I'm just saying, realistically speaking, in the country that we are living in, there is a lifestyle that is going on social media that we very much know that majority of South Africans living on a decent income and living a truthful life. Is that a word? Or living a truthful life or making an income in a truthful way will not be able to live that type of life. Do you get what I'm saying? You get where I'm going. So when you look at the people who push out that type of content, their numbers versus Your ordinary person who is hustling for themselves, living an honest lifestyle, it's not matching, guys. It is not matching. For instance, the very same, we here in South Africa, there's the whole thing of influencers, some influencers dating wealthy men, and being able to, live a certain type of a lifestyle of the relationships that they have with people. And I'm not here to shame people who are doing that. Let's just stay, or I'm asking that we stay on track with what I'm trying to, say. um when you look at those influencers, you don't really know what the person's doing for a living, or either they are just, you don't know what the person's doing for a living, you don't know where the person is getting their income. And I'm not saying we are entitled to then know where a person gets their income from, but I'm just saying sometimes you are able to see that you can't, like, when you work hard for your money, guys, you'll be able to tell, or at least for me, I am able to tell when a person who works hard for their money. A person who works hard on their money doesn't just splurge their money on just anything, because they know how hard that money comes, versus a person who just gets their money off, I don't know, gets their money off whatever way they are getting it, and they are just really after just looking good and aren't really honest about the way they get their money. Because the majority of them, if they were to be honest about how they are truly getting their money, they'd be shamed. So when you look at those people who are pushing that type of content, yes, on the gram, on Twitter, you'll see at times people are named and shamed about the lifestyles that they live, that they date wealthy men, or date politicians, or date guys who are doing fraud. And these girls are named and shamed. But yet when you look at their numbers, guys, their numbers are numbering. So you're just like, something's not balancing. Hence, I'm saying that I feel like the majority of people have a love-hate relationship with unattainable content and unattainable wealth. Because even though sometimes they come out here and complain and speak down on the lifestyles they live, or the type or the way they get their money, they're still consuming that content. They are still consuming that content. And then you go to a person who is really trying to make an honest living and working hard, and then the numbers, you can't compare the numbers. So it just makes me wonder, I don't know, guys, is it just me? It just makes me wonder, like, the stuff that we come and talk against, are we truly really against those stuff, or we just saying it just for the sake of saying it, but deep down inside, we desire to have the lives of those people. We desire to live those lives, and hence we still consume content from people where you know very well that this person maybe is getting their money in a not so good way, or dating drug people who sell drugs, or whatever the case is, and we still consume it. I, to a certain extent, I feel like we do wish, the majority of people do wish to have those lifestyles, because why would you be consuming that content? Or is it just me, guys, or am I just being unnecessary? Tell me down below in the comment section, am I just being unnecessary, and am I, because some people would say, no, I'm not there, like it's none of my business how the person is making their income. I'm just there because I love the content. But the content is lavish. It's a lavish lifestyle, and that lavish lifestyle is funded through whatever means. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, it just, not only that, there's this lady that has like been trending on TikTok, that housewife lady. People say she's a housewife, but apparently she isn't. I'll put her name on the screen once I find her name, because I don't really know her like that. The one who, she's a homemaker, and she as a homemaker, like, just goes on about like making stuff for her husband, preparing breakfast for her husband. I've seen a few videos, but the way people enjoyed that content so much, and I was just like, but guys, and that lady, by the way, she is mixed race, and I'm not trying to make this a race thing, but yeah, she's mixed race. And I'm just like, people are praising her, and a lot of people were sharing her content, and they were like, oh, I want to be this type of housewife. And I'm just like, but are we aware of how long black people have been doing homemaking for? And yet, if you are a black person, dark skinned person, you are kind of shamed. If you would, I honestly feel, had it been had it been a black woman, and black women have been, homemakers for the longest of time. But let me just bring it back here to South Africa. If you would come out with that type of content, or with content just speaking about how you pride yourself in taking care of your husband, of your man, you'd be ridiculed, because they'd be like, yo, that guy's gonna show you flames. As I speak, at times, there's certain circles where you can't, as a black woman, it's like you can't talk about how happy you are in your marriage, because it's viewed as bragging. It's viewed as, don't get happy for a long time, he's gonna disappoint you. But it's okay, and it's a norm for people, like, for instance, like white people in our country. We know that, we've always known that their husbands are loving, their husbands don't cheat, their husbands respect them, their husbands are romantic, like they can post their husband. It's known, it's a norm that they are like, they can speak of their husbands, they can speak about homemaking without, going through, feeling shame, in a sense of talking well and speaking well about your marriage or your husband. But as black people, you're afraid. You don't even want to put your partner out there. And you know what? To a certain degree, I do understand, because, I mean, there's receipts. There's receipts for black men of how some black men just continue to, put a bad cloud over the rest of other black men, because not all men are the same, right? Or at least that's what I believe. Not all men are the same, guys. So I don't recall anyone, and I'm saying anyone based off the based what I've based off of what I've seen. I haven't seen anyone shaming her for taking care of her household and priding herself in preparing meals for her man. I haven't seen anyone do that. And I'm just like, if it was a black woman, especially here in South Africa, you'd be shamed for not being ambitious. Because taking care of your family, choosing to take care of your family, choosing to, put the needs of your family first, at times is viewed as like you're not ambitious, you're not serious enough, he's gonna disappoint you. But not only that, the content that she was putting out, and again, guys, I'm not saying that I enjoy consuming such content of people who, that lavish lifestyle, because I'm not taking it to heart like that. It's content. At this point, when I go onto Instagram, I'm like, people are here to work. I'm not thinking, but there's really some people who are impressionable and they really thinking of that as a lifestyle. Firstly, for the majority of us and for a lot of South Africans, that type of lifestyle of that woman where all day she does, at some point someone said like she's gonna even start making water. I think there was another video where she was like making bread from scratch. It's unrealistic for majority of South Africans, because it's not a way of life for us, because we've got to work, we've got to work. Even people who are earning good salaries, like one income these days in South Africa, in the world, if you want to live a comfortable lifestyle, one income is not enough. So I guess what people truly fell in love with was the fact that she can stay home and really be concerned with the ordinary stuff, or the stuff that seem ordinary, like taking care of her husband. But realistically speaking, for the majority of us, it is not a way of life. Hence, I'm saying that we speak against certain things. Like here in South Africa, we'll speak about women like staying home, taking care of their husbands, and priding themselves in taking care of their husbands. But yet we'll still consume such content and repost it and be like, this is nice. And I'm just like, but guys, people who are living not really that type of lifestyle, because that one was just like something else. And by the way, that lady, apparently she's not even a homemaker. That is just for content. But people who are really homemakers and are truly taking care of their families are viewed as not being ambitious. Do you understand what I'm saying? Hence, I'm saying like it's a love-hate relationship. Like the stuff we truly speak about and stuff that we truly speak against, sometimes I wonder if it's not the very stuff that we actually want. And I'm not saying all people do this. I know there are some people who actually appreciate homemakers and appreciate, certain other things. But the majority of people appreciate homemakers that are living a certain type of lifestyle, not your ordinary homemakers, They appreciate your homemakers who can still afford to go out and buy your LV bags, who can afford and to really do nothing and go out for high tea with their friends. But the ones who are living ordinary lives, it's just like, do something with your life. I don't know, guys, is it just me? Am I reaching? Am I overthinking stuff? Or am I trying to be deep when it's not really deep? But I do think there is something to be said, guys. There's a subtle, I think there's a subtle voice, or there's a subtle message when we look at the numbers of the stuff that we speak against. Do you understand me? For instance, men who speak against slay queens, Fun fact, guys, I once went to go and visit someone. Let me not mention this. Pella, some people watch my videos and then, yeah, let me stay away from that, because, yeah, I don't wanna, offend people. Yeah, but some men say that they're against makeup, they're against slay queens, some men. But the very same men who like speak against like your slay queens and speak about like women like who take care of themselves well, um, when they do eventually get money, is it not the very same slay queens they go for? Here in South Africa, like I can't speak for other people because I'm not in their countries, but I'm just like that is the culture. You'll see like a man and a woman living together or dating, building together for years, and then suddenly they start, suddenly they're in a comfortable place in their lives, and then he is with the woman that he says that this is my type, down to earth, humble woman, all of that. And then the minute he starts getting money, he then goes and dates a slave queen, the very same woman that the very same type of woman he speaks against. And I'm just like, especially, and I'm not speaking for all men, guys, I'm talking for, should I say, the majority, or I'm speaking for some men in South Africa. But in South Africa we do have that thing of, and it's a sad thing, honestly. To see it's sad to see a person work hard with their partner, and the minute life and things start getting comfortable, they decide to go and cheat, or decide to, all of a sudden, that they want a lifestyle that like they spoke against. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I know some men will be like, no, it's just a man will never marry a slave queen, blah blah blah, and all of that. Like, that is another topic on its own. But oksalayo, the majority of them, when things go well for them, guys, it's the very same slave queens they speak against that they go for. So is there something that we truly not missing? At this point, I'm just like, I'm really learning to not take everything to heart that people speak about or people speak against. Is it not the very same slave queens that they go for? Is it not? Also with women, guys, like we speak about body positivity, love your body where it is. Like, no one should tell you what to do with your body, you know no one should tell you what to do with your body. It's your body. um but you speak about body positivity, when you're done there, you go back and you're working hard to lose weight, and you're telling people it's your body, nobody. And I get it, nobody should tell you should do something based on what you want. But if we're being quite honest, guys, majority of the women, we live according to what society tells us about our bodies. you know so you come out here and you like do whatever you want to with your body, but you know very well that you are trying, or majority of the women are trying to fit into what society deems as the perfect weight. If you go to gym, you'll see a lot of women trying to grow their glutes, trying to grow their butts. I am one of them. Excuse me. I do butt exercises. I am one of them. But that's because the time that we're in right now, having a big butt is a thing. You know? Everywhere you turn, it's big butts. So I'm saying there's sometimes we are unconscious about certain things. For instance, I know when I'm in KZN, I fall underneath being a medium woman, like a middle-sized woman when I'm in KZN, because a lot of KZN women are full-figured. So I fall underneath a medium-sized woman when I am in KZN. When I'm in KZN, I actually feel like I'm a thin girl. I'm a fairly thin girl because yeah. But when I come to Gauteng, when I'm in Joburg, well, I stay in Pretoria now, but I'm talking about like my like few years prior to like now my now age. I was viewed, I fell underneath your plus size type of girls. And I know for practically all of my adult life, I've been trying to lose weight, guys. Even now, as I speak, I've been trying to lose weight. And if I'm being quite honest, I was not trying to lose the weight for myself. Now it's a different thing because it's a health thing. I think now more than anything, it's a health thing, and because I want to look good, and I don't see anything wrong with wanting to look good. But I'm just saying that at times, the very same things that we kind of speak against unconsciously, we are following we are following the things that we say we against. How we say no one should tell you anything about your body. Society does actually depict for women of what is a plus size woman, what is deemed as a beautiful woman, and hence you see other women are bleaching their skins because they want to fall underneath the norm of being beautiful. You know, we wanna fit in and be part of what people deem as beautiful, even though we won't admit it. We come out here and we be like, no, love yourself as you are, and blah blah blah. But some of us are going out there and we making the necessary changes that are even life threatening at times, just to just to be deemed by society as beautiful. And at times I do think that we don't even recognize that. We like, no, it's because I want it. And I'm just like, but maybe sometimes it's like we are being influenced unconsciously. We are being influenced unconsciously. So the things that we really speak against is stuff that we truly are falling into. Sometimes I actually think that we are unconsciously envious of the very things that we speak against. We speak against certain lifestyles, that I know for the youth, they are impressionable. We speak against them. We go and consume that content. We speak against people, you know, we speak against stuff, man, that I feel like unconsciously we want those things for ourselves. We want those things for ourselves. And maybe we do want them for ourselves, but in a clean way, in an honest way. But I just think at times we need to be honest with ourselves, guys. And I think the fact that the numbers, even of the very same thing, the fact that there's so many women. I remember watching something, what is this, the Buzz show years back, and this lady was like, she has been saving for most of her work life just so she can get her skin bleached, because she was kind of like bullied at a young age. She was bullied at a young age because of being dark. And yeah, we very much for love yourself. If you love it, do it, which is a beautiful thing. But then you speak against, being yellow and all of that. But deep down inside, you wish that you were a yellow bone so that you can get the opportunities that they have, so you can get the recognition, so that you can get the attention that they have. You want that even though you speak against it. So I don't know, guys. But I just feel like, especially for South Africa, we need to, and I know it's me reaching, because not the whole of South Africa is going to be watching this, but I do truly think when we look at the views even of stuff that are unconventional in society, like even the lifestyle that society lives here in South Africa, it's becoming a norm to, um, just kind of like date wealthy men to make money, or to date for money, or which people who are doing that, that's your own thing, but honestly I am not for it. But men are also doing that. Men are also dating for money these days. Like, no one is playing. Everyone's just like, what is in it for me, you know? But I truly do feel like, guys, we need to guard our hearts. And I say this with I don't know, we need to guard our hearts. I truly don't think it's a coincidence that maybe depression did exist in the past as much as it did now. But I truly don't think the high rates of suicide and depression, I don't think it's a coincidence. Because of the content that we are consuming. The fact that we can't be content, the fact that you can be educated, working well, and still want to be involved in fraud, be involved in crimes that can get you behind bars, shows ukuthi the majority of us, we're not content with our lives. We're not content because of what we are feeding ourselves. We are not content because of what we are consuming. And again, I know people consume content for different reasons. But we are all, I always say, we are all a product of influence. And you need to question yourself and do deep research and ask yourself if you are still on track. Because if you feel like consuming someone's content is just making you envious of their life, and now you're just like, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to have that person's life, or to be able to go out each and every day, then you have a problem. And at that point, the problem is not that person, the problem is you. The problem is your heart. You need to switch off social media and deal with yourself and deal with your heart, because people are people and we don't have the same consciousness. I truly don't think it's a coincidence, guys, that suicide is just on the rise. I have the privilege of knowing people's stories because of my role in the church. And I can tell you, a lot of, especially youngsters, I'm just like, why would you want to end your life? You haven't even really lived. And that's because you're comparing yourself to these people who aren't even living an honest lifestyle, guys. You're comparing yourself to people who aren't living an honest lifestyle and who aren't even being completely honest about how they're going about their business. And people who are just not even fully living their lives here. You know? Hence, I'm saying that Instagram, for me, when I go there, I truly understand. I don't even know how long this video is, child, but you guys are gonna forgive me. This is my first talking video while doing makeup, so I'll see. I don't even think I'm gonna get to finish this look because I want to wrap things up right now. But yeah, guys, and it's hard to say no, but you need to stop comparing yourself, guys. Like, if you are an 18-year-old and you're consuming, unless you've got the right circle of friends who are just pushing you, unless you are consuming the content for a right reason. And mind you, to be able to consume content for the right reasons means, especially content that is unrelatable, content of content of wealth that is unrelatable, you need to be doing the work behind the scenes. So when you switch off social media, you need to, number one, have a relationship with the Lord, because the Lord is the only one who kind of shows you. For instance, if you know you're gonna make it up there and be one of the people who are gonna be wealthy, true assurance truly comes from having an intimate relationship with the Lord, or having a circle of friends who are gonna keep you in check. Because when life starts lifing, guys, when you switch on social media, you'd swear that people are not going through their stuff. And it's so easy to forget that everyone literally goes through stuff. We literally just show the best parts of our lives here on social media. We literally just show the best parts of our lives here on social media. And so, yeah, I truly do think as people, we do have a love hate. We love unrelatable content and we hate it at the same time. We watch it, but yet we speak against it. And again, I'm not saying everyone, but majority of the people. But I think in a nutshell, what I'm trying to say is life is gonna happen, guys. Life is life. And at times life can get to the better of us, but it's truly important that when you switch off that camera, when I switch off that camera, how am I nourishing myself after seeing whatever I'm seeing? Do I take time off to bring myself back to myself again? Do you understand what I'm saying? Because at times, if truly God would grant us what we truly want, would we truly want it? Do you understand what I'm saying? There's a story that just broke a few days ago about this guy, the KPMG story. This guy who's an auditor, and he frauded the company basically of bursary funds. And I'm just like, but why? Why, my guy? Like, you're educated, you're getting a job, you educated, you working well, and the girlfriend was living a lavish life. And I'm just thinking to myself, 32-year-old now, uzobhadlela ejele, like the rest of your life is gonna be spent behind bars because you didn't know how to control your appetite. You didn't know how to control your appetite. So it's important, guys, that we learn how to control our appetite, consume content for the right reasons. If it means unfollowing other people that at the time you just feel like it's just not healthy for me to watch them right now, then do so. Protect your heart at all costs. Protect your heart at all costs. Take care of your heart and be careful of your appetite. Be careful of your appetite. No one is above temptation. So be careful of your appetite. And most importantly, when you log off social media, take care of the real inner man. Take care of your inner man, because that's truly what matters. When you switch off that camera, the work that you put into your spirit man, into your being, is truly what's gonna carry you when life gets tough. Where are you at in terms of consuming content? Do you feel like you have a love-hate relationship with unrelatable content, unrelatable wealth? Where are you at? Leave a comment down below. Please do make sure that you like this video before exiting. Subscribe, please. It is absolutely for free of charge, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye for now.